Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Our Greatest Power Lies Within with Natalie Namaste, psychic, holistic, intuitive healer, and Reiki Master teacher. Welcome, Natalie.
Oh, it is so wonderful to be here. I can already feel all the energy of everyone who's joining in and who's going to be receiving the wisdom and the light that we share today.
Yes, thank you for tuning in to that energy. It's always wonderful to feel the audience, whoever's tuning in, and who may listen to this later to the replay. And I'm Charissa Sims, live event host for Humanities Team, a 501c3 nonprofit organization whose mission is to make conscious living pervasive worldwide by 2040. And I'm coming to you live from Lafayette, Colorado. And we're excited to have Natalie Namaste join us. Where are you connecting from today?
From Nicaragua, from the jungle with all the animals and birds and beautiful energies.
Wonderful. Well, hopefully you can bring in the wild jungle energy for us. That would be amazing in our conversation today. Well, I wanted to welcome Natalie's audience, also the Sign Network, and those streaming live through Humanities Team Facebook page, Humanities Team YouTube channel, and also Stream Plus members that are here in the green room with us. Thank you for being members and some that are on screen. We love seeing you. Welcome, everyone. So, because it's a live program, this program is for you. This is your opportunity to ask any questions that you might have about being psychic, about manifesting, about connecting with our greatest power within. Whatever comes up for you, we would love to hear from you. So you can also make a comment if you've taken Natalie's course, and we'd love to hear that. And try to get your questions in within the first half of the program, first 30 minutes or so. You can post it in the chat wherever you're watching and get your question answered by Natalie. And I wanted to share a little bit about Natalie Namaste, which I love your name because Namaste means I see the light in you and honor that light. And that light is also within me. That's my translation. I mean, what's your translation?
It's exactly that. I see and I feel and I connect with your true beauty, the light that you are. And we come together to be in that sacred light because we all are it. So it truly is that the light in me honors and sees the light in you.
Wonderful. So, Natalie is a Reiki master teacher, intuitive healer, and guide who has been transforming lives worldwide through channeling universal energy and wisdom. Since 1999, Natalie has been working with clients through intuitive one on one sessions, Reiki, workshops, retreats, and courses. She is also a UC certified Reiki master and teacher, yoga teacher, and natural clairvoyant. Since she first realized her gifts, she has healed thousands, including celebrities, royalty, and even the skeptics. Then you know it's real, right?
Yes,
The
exactly.
skeptics, yes. Um, yeah, we could talk about that in a little bit, but I find that really interesting. Natalie provides many offerings, including workshops and retreats, various channeled treatments, yoga courses, and ceremonies, blessings, and vow renewals. So beautiful. Natalie is a dedicated, compassionate healer and teacher, and she loves to share and remind everyone that these gifts are all within us. And that's the topic today. Our greatest power is within. She is here to help you find your inner light, truth, and happiness. Her course, Manifesting from Within, is available now on Stream Plus. So, welcome, Natalie. So happy you're here. And what do you mean by our greatest power lies within?
We are light. We are souls. We are universal energy condensed into a human body. And we are never ever without our light and our power and our infinite wisdom, because that is who we are. And that is within us. And the way to access it is to realize it, to know it, and remember that you're a soul, you're an incredible being of light and wisdom and love here in a human body, having this miraculous human experience. And because you have so much power and energy and light, you are a creator. You are creating your life that you're experiencing. So you are the creator through what you feel, what you sense, what you experience, what you believe in. You are the one that's also observing the creation, and you are the energy of creation. So that is the power. And when we realize it, something happens. Like I get goosebumps, I can feel energy running through my system, tingles. Sometimes you can actually feel like firing and wiring in the brain. And,
Mm.
it's very empowering.
Yeah, that's amazing. And how do we get to this point? Does it take practice of just continual conscious awareness of tuning into that inner power?
It does take awareness, because the mind can be quite chatty and it can take up a lot of our focus and energy. And so it's like the ocean. On top, you've got the waves, busy, that's the mind, thinking, doing, actively involved in this third dimension. And deep below, the stillness, the depth of the soul. And so it takes awareness to shift from being in the doing, the actions, and the thinking state, to drop deeper into that soft ever presence of love and light that we are. Yeah, so
Mm,
awareness is the key. Being aware that you can do it and everyone can do it, because it is your nature.
yeah. And for those people who may not believe that the power lies within because maybe they've tried manifesting, they've tried the law of attraction and it didn't work, or it didn't work fast enough. So maybe they gave up too soon, because sometimes there could be a delay in the manifesting or the power being present in the 3D world. What would you say to that?
They dive deeper into the areas that might be blocking that
Mm,
from manifesting. Because when we get a desire or inspiration, that comes from our soul. Our soul is here on earth to grow through expansion, evolution. And so along the way, we have these contractions where we feel fear or worry or doubt, or, we don't believe in ourselves or believe in our power. And that's okay. That's part of the learning. In order for great expansion, we got to gently give ourselves the space to move through that contraction. So what it is be curious. Be curious. When you're manifesting and you're stating something to the universe, like, I believe in the power of me and I'm attracting in abundance of money and wealth and health. And then you're noticing, oh, it's not happening. Then behind the scenes, back in the subconscious mind, or and there could be even emotions that are blocked inside your system, inside your body, and or there could be beliefs that are sending out a different frequency wave to the universe, which is stopping that flow of what you're stating to the universe. And so when you state an intention, notice how you feel in your body. Because
mm,
if there's any contraction, that's a sign of there's a fear, or there might be a blockage, or there might be some emotional, electric, magnetic charge inside of you that's that's blocking that flow of the universe providing what it is that your soul desires. And then go into that space and breathe in and out of it, and see what comes up for you, where you bring your conscious awareness, you bring light. And it's that light that has the power to dissolve the stuck beliefs, the strong emotional charges, and the things that are blocking us.
Mm. Yeah, that makes sense. And you explained it so beautifully. And do you help your clients when you work one-on-one or in groups? Can you, since you are psychic, can you identify their blocks and help them remove them? Or is that like a co-creative process? How does that work?
Part of my gift is that I get to feel, see, both with my physical eyes and closed, and hear beyond this dimension. So when I connect with someone in a group or one-on-one, I start to get messages direct from their soul. And then I get to feel and experience what it is that might be blocked. So I'll give you an example. I'm connecting with someone online, and I start to then feel, oh, there's something tight in the right shoulder. So I say to them, how are you feeling in your right shoulder? And they're like, it's been a bit tight. And I say, okay, well, I'm picking up that at 11 years old, you there was something that happened in the classroom where you felt picked on, and then it went, and so on, it went like this. So I'll be able to pick up round about the age, what the emotion was, what they thought, and then the root, that's the root of it. And then what happens with that in that moment when someone has such an experience, and there's a mental pattern that loops around it and then plays through their system. So then I can see what's been going on in the mind, what they've been saying to themselves. And then from there, I use Reiki and channeling and to remove that, to clear it from their energy. And yes, they're very much a part of it, because the moment you say yes to you, yes to joining in a group or a one-on-one, or doing any type of workshop or course, anything, when you say yes to you, you are a part of it. You are saying yes to healing, and healing means wholeness. And part of becoming whole is being able to see the parts of you, the shadows or the uncomfortable parts that are hidden inside, and saying, do you know what? I love myself and I love all these parts, and I'm going to give space for every part of me to be seen, so that the lower frequency parts can be healed and released, so that I feel lighter. So then someone who's had something going on with their shoulder for so long, and I've worked with so many people over the years that it's proof. It's happening. Someone will message me, I cannot believe it. My shoulder's completely healed. Or someone, we just did one session and they completely healed from asthma, which they had since they were a baby. And so, yeah, it's pretty incredible. And I believe that the rate of healing happens at the level that you're ready for.
I
Imagine
see.
I channel the most highest frequency surge of light and it shocks your system. That will be too hard for you to implement. So we heal at a rate that's comfortable for us, gently, slowly. And so you might notice that you have reoccurring patterns that come up for you. Like, oh, I'm going through this again, but look, you're going through it differently. It's not the
Yeah.
same once, because you've learned and you've grown from it. And then you implement, you learn, you change the way in which you show up in life, so that you no longer create the same patterns.
Yeah. That sounds like an amazing way to live life. Yes. And I wanted to talk a little bit about giving our power away. I feel like we're almost trained like that as a child, to give our power away to teachers, parents, and then as we get older, celebrities, to look at them as greater than us or more important, or sports news. I just feel like a lot of this conditioning is helping us not connect to our power within and saying, this is all better than you are, and you need to look up to all of these people. So I mean, this is like a question near and dear to my heart. How can we embrace our magnificence and realize we are important and we have the power and co-create together? I mean, maybe even with you and your clients, they might be giving their power away, and I notice that in my own business. So what do you think about that?
This is an absolute truth. It feels like a collective societal conditioning that, once we're born into this third dimension, we have to rely on others to help us to know how to navigate this 3D world. And so that starts a pattern of giving a power away. But I truly believe that through realizing that we give our power away, we can then reprogram and rewire the mind, the energy, that conditioning. And so all it takes is the awareness of the pattern and then the intention to call all of our power back. And I share an incredible exercise with many people where you close your eyes and you breathe in deeply and you visualize all the light of your soul. And it's like sparks of light coming from every single direction. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. So maybe you can feel it, everyone. And you visualize and you see and you feel, and I call back all the light of my soul back into my body, back into the here and the now. So any time in the past where you've given a bit of your power, your light, even a thought where you've thought, oh, someone's better than me, or they're doing it right and I can't, like they get that little bit of energy goes towards them, and you call that energy back, you come back into your power. So I feel like learning, because here in this world, we're learning through the duality, through the polarity. So going through that phase of giving our power away, then the next part is about calling our power back and living from that space. And I feel like we're changing the world by each taking responsibility for doing that. And so when it comes to working with my clients, it's very important for them to know that they're the healers. They're the ones healing themselves. I'm facilitating. I'm here to help. I'm just a channel. I'm I've given my intention to the universe that may I channel the light and the wisdom of the universe to support those that are magnetized to working with me. And it's since I was a little girl, I remembered that I was a soul in a body. And I said to my mom, I need to help people. I've got such strong light coming through me. This can heal people. I've got to help people. And at 18 years old, I remember saying to a psychic, when do I start? When can I start teaching? And she said, well, you've also got to gain third dimensional human experience. And she said, don't worry, at 33, you'll be teaching as well as healing, because I was already doing healing at that age. So for me, because it's innate and it's such a strong, it's my sole purpose that I'm here to facilitate and help others that are ready to be helped. It's most important that they never give all their power to the healer, because they are the ones that are healing themselves. You have all the potential and light available to you to be completely whole, healthy, and abundant in this life.
That's amazing. That's pretty lucky that you had that awareness. It's like the veil was lifted for you and you're immediately connected to your soul's purpose from an early age. That's powerful. And I really love your energy about this, like while you were talking about, and your passion too, about it's important when you're working with someone to realize that we are healing ourselves and that you are the channel and facilitator. Yeah, it's just really beautiful. And I think that, I mean, if I should be so bold to say that if anyone says that they are doing that, something to you, it's more of a co-creation.
Exactly. Yes.
Hmm.
And I feel like along our healing journey, we all need support because sometimes the mind can be intense, or the emotions that come up, or the experience you're having, and sometimes we can feel alone. And so it's in those moments to reach out to someone who's your resonance, that can see you and feel you and support you and meet you where you're at. And also the angels and our guides. I work with the angels very strongly, and I always recommend that if ever you feel alone, just say to them, angels, I know that you're out here somewhere around me. Please step in closer into my aura, into my energy field. Beam light to me and make yourself known, or let me feel you so that I can feel the support.
Oh, that's so beautiful. I never thought about doing that, asking them to feel their support. That's a beautiful exercise. And would love to hear from the audience as well. If you have any questions for Natalie, feel free to put it in the chat. And while we're waiting for questions, I'd like to play a clip from your course on Stream Plus, Manifesting from Within. And I did want to say this course is very robust and thorough. And Natalie takes you by the hand, step by step, on how to manifest. And she also includes a beautiful workbook to follow along with. So, can you play that clip?
So the key to manifesting is within you. As you realize this, you are then able to recognize your inner world of thoughts and feelings, and then you're able to shift them so that they are high vibe, sending a message to the universe to attract in what you would next like to receive and experience. What you send out is what you receive back. You are constantly signaling to the universe what you want. These signals are your current vibration of thoughts and feelings. So, to put it simply, the vibration that you are at in this moment is the vibration that you are attracting into your life in the next moment.
Yeah, that was very insightful and wise. What do you think about that clip?
Such truth, because how we vibrate is what we create, and what vibration is made up of. It's our emotions and our thoughts and our beliefs. And these three together send out a unique pattern. And because I'm very visual, I see people's auras, I see the colors they're vibrating, I see the patterns. I hear frequencies. I find a lot of people that hear frequencies, they get told that they've got tinnitus, but actually you're tapping into a whole different array of frequencies. So
Oh,
every
that makes sense.
yeah, it's all frequency and energy. And so what's happening in your world right now, it's sending the message to the universe about what it is that you're wanting to experience next. And we can be very intentional with it, and be very aware of what it is that our soul has truly come to earth to experience. What is our soul expression, and what is it that we want to experience in the next moment?
Oh, wonderful. So, will you give us some secrets? Is the best emotion and state of being to manifest fast?
Appreciation, gratitude. Because when you're in a state of gratitude and appreciation, it's a high frequency wave. It lifts your spirits. You feel inspired, in flow with your soul, in flow with spirit. You feel excited about life, joyful, all of those are a very high frequency. And so when you look around you at your life and you have gratitude for everything that you know, the path that's brought you to this very moment and everything in it, even the triggers, even the great teachers, even the challenges, having gratitude because everything that has been in your life has been in your life because it's helped you to get to this very place, this very moment. You're only able to really receive the words that are coming through me and the light that's coming through because you're ready for it. And then you're going
Mm.
to integrate this. And so, yeah, it's wonderful to feel inspired and grateful for life, for all that you have and all that you've been through to bring you to this moment, because it will magnetize in more of that beauty.
That makes sense. So, what would you suggest if someone's feeling irritated or guilty or ashamed or some of those other emotions? And how can they shift out of it? Is it important to shift out of it right away? Or what are your thoughts on those types of emotions?
I'm so glad you've asked this question. It's so important. Emotions, E is energy, motion is movement. So they're
This
just energy that
is
need
this
to move
on,
through the
Jim?
system.
Oh,
When we
not
say that
yet.
one
Until
emotion
I
is
turn it on.
bad and we shouldn't feel it,
Okay.
we actually
Well,
block
hello,
energy
everyone. It
inside
is
of our
wonderful
system,
to be with
and
you
that
here.
causes a blockage. And so what I believe is important is to feel and give space for every emotion, for every emotion. And it's important not to release the emotion onto somebody else, like projecting or blaming, or it's important to say, well, whoa, I'm experiencing an emotion coming through my system. And already look at that. When you say I'm experiencing an emotion through my system, it creates a distance. You're not saying I am angry. When you say I am angry, you're attached to it and it stays longer. But when you just recognize that there's an emotion that's moving through your system, it's maybe making you feel a bit uncomfortable, then invite yourself to be present with it. So sit quietly in your own space and notice where you feel it in your body, because it's definitely in your body. And then breathe into that space. You've got the greatest resource with you every single moment of every single day. It's your breath. So you breathe the breath into the area that feels tight or constricted, where that uncomfortable emotion is, and you breathe out. And that emotion, that energy starts to move. And emotions will naturally want to move out of your system, like sweating or a hot flush or laughing or crying. All of these are ways in which this energy can move out of the body, leaving you feeling balanced and healthy and whole. When we're not attaching thought patterns and beliefs to emotions, an emotion can move through you in 90 seconds.
Oh, that's incredible
Yeah,
that you have that statistic.
yeah, yeah. And so it's about giving space for whatever is coming through in that moment, allowing, not restricting and not attaching. When you attach to the highs, that causes you to go on a roller coaster. You'll attach to it and not want the happiness to ever end.
Hmm.
Following that, you go through a dip, and then you'll feel a lower emotional energy. And so instead of going through this up and down, there's a wonderful balance in between, and that balance is detached. It's being the observer. It's watching whatever's coming through your inner world, giving it space, breathing through it, and knowing that this too shall pass. The good emotions, the uncomfortable emotions, they're all passing through. And I feel like the emotions are the colors. Like life would be black and white or gray if we didn't have emotions. So invite them and be with them, give space for them. They're incredible. They're a place for you to learn and grow.
Hmm. And maybe there's a beauty in those other emotions and in not um, attaching like a negative connotation to them necessarily. And I find sometimes I try to be neutral, like staying in this neutral where I'm not too sad when I'm sad, and then my joys are not like, oh my gosh, like if something exciting happens, I'm not like, oh, overjoyed. I'm more like, oh yeah, this is wonderful. So I found that interesting as I ascend spiritually. I'm kind of like in this more neutral space. What do you think about that?
Oh, that is peace. That is
Mhm.
such, it's such a wonderful way to live because you're no longer on these high highs or low lows, and life is no longer depleting you or overcharging you with energy. You're in a space and a state of inner peace, and it's wonderful. It's such a wonderful place to be, and you really enjoy life. It's such a joyful place to be in happy moments and then to be able to sit with sadness and to just see, oh well, I'm feeling a moment of sadness, and to nurture yourself and give yourself more love in those moments.
Mm, that's beautiful advice. So wonderful. Well, I'd like to play another clip from Stream Plus, Manifesting from Within, and you talk about thoughts and their relation to abundance. Can you play that clip, Jim?
Thoughts are electric, emotions are magnetic, and the beliefs, they're the power. These three attract in abundance. So if you think it, you feel it, and you believe it, it happens. So your next tool is that every time you spend some money on something, you are going to thank the universe for the abundance of that thing, for the abundance of that joy that it gives you. And you're going to take a pen and you're going to, every time you get a receipt, a slip or an invoice, and you're going to times what you've spent by 3. And that's the amount that's coming back to you. So as you spend, you are receiving. And as you practice this tool, you are sending a message to the universe that you trust in it. And you are actually magnetizing in more of the things that you enjoy. So go and enjoy things in life. And as you go out for a meal and you get that, you get the bill at the end, times it by 3, work that out, and get that money, get that energy, get that enjoyment coming back to you.
Oh, I really love that exercise because it's important to remember to have gratitude when you're spending money too, right?
Yes, exactly. Sometimes I've seen friends or clients, they're spending money and they're going, oh, they contract immediately. Oh no, we're spending, oh, and that's sending out a low frequency vibration to the universe that you're not trusting in the abundance. So next time you're spending, you're going, you're opening to more of that abundance. If we just look around us, there's an abundance of air that we breathe, an abundance of trees, nature, the ocean, everything is abundant. So of course money is abundant too. And so this physical third dimensional tool helps to bring it in the forefront of your mind, your energy field, and helps to bring it down to the third dimensional world. So and I've seen with many clients that they're all of a sudden, wow, all this money's coming, or I've just got money back from something, or I've just been saved here in this area. So it comes in many different ways. So just be open to the abundance in ways beyond the mind.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And is there a significance with the 3? You say whatever you're spending, multiply it by 3. Is that significant to you, or it just feels like reasonable or something?
That as well. So it's both. It's The three is body, mind, and spirit. So it's
Okay.
bringing soul energy with mental energy into the physical reality. And,
Mm,
and then it's reasonable. It's something that we can grasp. Imagine I said times it by a million.
yeah.
That's hard to believe. We have to believe it. We need to get on board with it. And sometimes it takes practice to get on board fully with believing in it. But with three, that feels doable. It feels like, okay, let me give it a try. Maybe this is going to work.
Yeah, that's amazing. So I did that yesterday. I went to the grocery store and I spent $11. So I times it by three. And then I was like, okay, so $33 is coming back. And I wasn't like super excited or anything. But so what I did was I said, or something more. I put a little or greater if it's for my highest and best good. So I did a little extra because, it was kind of a lower amount at the grocery store.
And that feels so aligned with your soul because you are open to so much more. And that's why that channeled through you, that inspiration in that moment.
Yeah, that's beautiful. So it could be a different number for the audience if it feels right for you, whatever aligns with your soul. Yeah, tune into that. But I really like three. I have three in my email. So it's wonderful to hear your opinion of the number three of how it aligns body, mind, and spirit. That just really resonates with me. And I guess that's why I'm always drawn to that and seeing three everywhere. Even at my son's soccer game, I saw all the 33 players, their numbers on the back. It was interesting.
Isn't that amazing that what we pay attention to, we see more of? Like if
Hmm.
you get a yellow car and you're driving, you're just going to start to see all the yellow cars.
Right.
That's the power of manifesting, where we focus our attention, our energy is what we start to see and experience. So with the numbers as well, a lot of people are drawn to the number 11, which is the energy of unity,
Mm,
oneness, connecting to source. So many people on earth are now happen to look at the clock at 11 minutes past 11, because there's
mm.
a great frequency coming into our planet now connected to 11.
Yeah, and I just want to share a few personal experiences. The past few days have been so incredible. So, yes, was it Monday? Monday, the super blue moon, and then also the next day, I saw double rainbows 2 days in a row. And then my daughter found a four-leaf clover yesterday, and I was just like, "Whoa, what's happening?" It felt like I was entering this world of like fantasy and magic. Is there more magic coming onto our planet at this time?
I feel it, and there are so many others who channel like me who are picking up the same message
Mm,
that and also the souls that are being born, they're really high frequency, they're so wise and light, and so where Earth is expanding into a space of more love, more heartfelt vibration, where we can see the souls in each other, where we can feel love and compassion for every single one of us. Yeah, I definitely feel like we're raising the vibration so that we can hold more light in our bodies.
I see. That makes sense because that's an important step for us is to hold more light in our body as time goes on.
Yes, and always remember that it's at the level and the rate that you're ready for. So it's always what you're ready for. And actually everything in life that you experience, it's happening in your reality because you have the resources and the tools and the energy to move through it and to receive the gifts and the lessons from it.
Yeah, that makes sense. So let's talk about manifesting some more because it's so fun. Would you walk us through an example of manifesting and the steps we might go through to make it happen in our 3D reality?
Yes. So first of all, where does an idea come from? It comes from source. It comes from the unified field of love and light and infinite wisdom. So if you get an idea that comes through and it creates a wave of inspiration and emotion of excitement, longing, desire to create, that's wonderful. That's coming from source, that's being digested by your soul. So from that level, then it's time to implement it here in the third dimensional world. And the way that that happens is through the mind. So thinking about it, and when you start to talk to people about it, and you say, well, next year I plan to go to Jamaica. And then those people start to put energy and light into what you're thinking and feeling. So so thinking, speaking about it, and using your mental energy and your physical ability, taking action. What can you do to work your way to that manifestation? Looking at different flights, saving money for the trip, those kind of things, because then you are affirming to the universe that you fully trust that you're going. And the emotions. So I love this. So you can close your eyes and you can daydream, you can visualize what it is that you want to experience. And the physical body doesn't know the difference between whether it's happening here in the 3D world or whether you're imagining it. Like if you think about eating a delicious chocolate brownie, your salivary glands start to create saliva. That's how powerful visualization is. So if you've got an idea that you want to create in this third dimension, spend time daydreaming about it, thinking about it, and then it creates the emotions inside of your body, and those emotions are magnetic and they will draw in that creation into your reality.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. And how important is it to become the person that can handle this abundance? Do we need to grow spiritually in order to manifest this in our reality?
If you're ready for the manifestation to take place, it will happen. If you're not quite ready, it will show you the blockages. It'll show you where you've got some fears or worries or doubts that are coming in. It'll shine the light on those areas, and then that's where you'll focus your attention. That's what will start to dissolve, and then you will open up to the fullness. Maybe if you're manifesting something like, I want to be a billionaire next year, and that feels overwhelming for your system, then instead of becoming the billionaire, maybe you'll become the millionaire. It will happen at the level that you're ready for, what your system can handle and is excited about, and can vibrationally be within in the third dimension.
Mm. And could there be a delay in the manifestation because there are other people in your life that maybe it's not the right timing for them, like things need to line up, or like it's the highest and best goods? Because I think about that in relation to my kids. Like, okay, I want to succeed and manifest this, but I also want to be there as a mother. So, so there maybe I have a conflict internally as well about that, but just thinking about other people and their timing about manifesting.
This is really good, because when you recognize that there's a conflicting energy, I want you to know that the universe knows your soul's desire. So even though on the layer of the mind, you're realizing, oh, I'm not sure what I want to do or which way to go, then it's a surrendering, and your soul is guiding the way. And when it's manifesting for yourself, which then affects others, it's always for the highest good of the collective of all. And
Okay.
so even though there's a personal desire, it will come through in the way in which works for everyone, because we are not separate. We are one beautiful being of light that's having unique experiences. And so it's always for the collective, it's always for the greatest good of all.
That's so comforting, to realize that what you just said about oneness, and Humanity's Team is all about that, of course. So that's why we're really aligned with you and your message. So I just feel like that's a really important point to bring in, is that that desire comes from source and that it's always for the highest and best good, whatever manifests.
Yes, exactly. It's important for everyone to always remember that.
So can you talk about your connection to the spirit world at a young age? How old were you, and what did this early gift allow you to understand?
I I feel like part of my soul purpose was to never forget what I am, the pure essence of soul energy and light. And so I never forgot. And so my mom said that maybe you can hear the rain. It's the beautiful pouring.
Oh, the rain. Is that the universe supporting you and in your message?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
beautiful.
abundant. It's just
Abundance. Yes. Light coming in.
yeah,
Beautiful.
abundance of the energy to remember who we are, and that I remembered from such a young age and never wanted to forget. And I did a regression with myself where I went back to just before I was born. And in this moment, I said to the angels, please never leave me. I'm going back to earth. I've got a mission here. I really want to remind people of how beautiful they are and the light that they are, but I'm going to need your help. And so it was kind of like I did it like a rebirth. And I got this message: we will never leave you. We will always remind you that we're with you. And so I feel like when I was really little, I was always speaking to the angels around me. And when I was 5 or 6 years old, I remember sitting in the back of my mom's car and I was looking out of the window and I was asking the universe, if there isn't all of this, buildings, trees, all of these material things, what is there? And I felt it. It was an experience. I felt, oh, so much light. I can feel it now again, surging through me. Light and darkness at the same time, and so much love. So this incredible light has been guiding me every single step of the way. And then, growing up, and then when I was a teenager, I went through this phase of, well, not everyone's got these psychic gifts, and it feels like a bit much for me, because I would go to a disco and I could read people's auras and understand how they were feeling, and I
Yeah, that's
needed.
intense.
Yeah, it's intense. And so I asked the universe just to dim it down a bit until I found a teacher to help me to harness it. That's why I'm so drawn to teaching people how to work with it, because I know that, yeah, there's so many sensitives and empaths in this world at the moment that, yeah, we can hide away from the outside world, but actually it's better if we embrace our light and come and be in this world and share our light. And so, yeah, it's been an incredible journey. What I give to myself is every single year, I want to learn more. I want to go on more retreats. I want to spend a lot of my time meditating and being in a space of meditation so that I can be of the highest light for others and of service with the highest frequency.
Oh, wow. That's an amazing intention, because you're really serving through that. Living your purpose. Absolutely. So we have a comment from the audience. Sandra says, lovely ways to manifest our dreams, Natalie. Thank you so much. I agree. It feels more like flow instead of do work, you know?
Yeah, because when we're doing and working and we're sending our energy outwards towards the object or the idea. But when we step inside and connect with our spirit and our soul desires, then we're maintaining our frequency. We're not losing our energy outwards.
Mm. Yeah. And you go deeper into that concept in your course, which I think is really important. So let's talk about affirmations. Are affirmations part of your daily practice? And you did say some of them, which I felt were really important. And so, if so, do you rely on any specific mantras to raise your vibe?
Yeah, affirmations are really important, both me personally, but also with my clients, and because um, when I'm connecting with someone, an affirmation will channel through me, and it will be unique for the level that they're vibrating in this current moment. And so then they'll work with that affirmation, and then there'll be a point where that affirmation is no longer needed, and a new one will come in. And the same will be for me. So I'll give you an example. Like a few years back, when I was driving, every time I'd get to a T junction where I could turn left or right, I'd have this visual of a car accident. And I realized it's a past life coming up for me, and it was creating so much fear. And so
Mm,
one of the affirmations I love to work with when it comes to fears is cut and clear that which comes from fear. I send it into the light. And when you repeat an affirmation like that, it helps to dissolve that fear. And so it doesn't loop in the mind and create those fears in the body. And then there's a daily, if I go for a walk on the beach or in the forest, then affirmations sing through me, high frequency affirmations like, I am the light that I am all that I am light and love.
mm. Could be a beautiful song too. Mhm.
Yes, exactly.
Wonderful. Yeah, I love that. Where you get downloads and inspiration for your clients for specific affirmations. It's beautiful. Well, I'd like to play another clip from your course on Stream Plus, where you talk about living in the now and the importance of this.
Next step is really important. It's a step for releasing the blocks, releasing the layers of stuck energy to make space for fresh energy and life force to flow through you. It's about letting go of forcing or controlling and making space to surrender, let go, and trust in life. It's about releasing the past to make space for your soul in the present. The only way to let go of the past means to live in the present moment. Living in the moment shows that you are here, that you are light, that you are energy, that you are here and now, being fully conscious in the moment. Bring your awareness into your body. Create what you want in the moment, rather than sending your energy into the future by trying to control, by trying to worry about what you want to manifest or what you want to create. Don't spend your energy on that. And don't let the past take up your present energy, because then your energy is being drained into thinking about the past, and then you have less energy in the present. So become aware that all your energy, the light of your soul, exists in the now, in the present.
So, how can we get more into the present moment? Any tips or exercises?
Yes, awareness. Awareness of your mind. Being aware of where your mind's going, what it's thinking, and then gently saying, hey, mind, I want to be here, present in this moment. And you can invite it back into your body and become aware of sensations like heat, tingling, cool vibrations in your body. And a wonderful tool is meditation.
Hmm.
And part of the course, there's a powerful meditation to bring you into the present moment, to be in your body.
Yeah. So how does meditation allow us to better connect with the energy with our body and soul?
Meditation is a doorway to the infinite that you truly are. And when you give yourself permission to be in stillness, to sit or lie down, to be present, you can access higher dimensions, different energies that are beyond this third dimensional world. And sometimes in the beginning, your mind might wander off, or you might think about different things. That's okay. The awareness is what meditation is. By being aware of what it is your mind is thinking. Oh, well, you were just aware that you had a thought, and then you gently guided yourself back to your breath or back to your body, the sensations you feel in your body. So a way in which, if you're new to meditation or you're struggling with meditation, a way in which you can support yourself is, one, be very kind and patient with yourself and your mind. There's no goal. You're not trying to quieten the mind. That's not meditation. Meditation is awareness, just being aware of whatever is. If a thought comes up, oh, there's a thought. How you feel in your body. If there's a feeling, just observing. That's what meditation is. So be kind and loving to yourself, and meditation will flow. And the other thing is, maybe start with just doing 8 minutes a day. Just making it small. You can say to your mind, hey, mind, I'm just doing 8 minutes. So we can think for the rest of the day. But for these 8 minutes, we're going to have all of our attention and focus, because there's something amazing that's happening in this present moment. So let's observe it. Let's uncover it. Let's go deeper than the mind. Invite the mind in. Make it your friend. And 8 minutes, that feels doable. And you'll see, you might even extend it for longer and longer. See how it flows for you. Give it a try.
Yeah, beautiful. How can we become our own channel to angels and spirit guides?
Invite them in. They are always with you, but they don't get involved. This is your life. So you can ask them for support, ask them to step into your aura, make themselves known, and then keep your eyes open, keep your energies open, keep your awareness open, because you might start to see feathers or a coin or numbers, or listen to the words of the songs that are playing, or the words that a friend might say to you. The angels will communicate in many different ways. So stay open. So first of all, the intention. You can set the intention now. Ask that your angels and guides step into your aura and support you and let themselves be known to you. And then another way working with them is that you can do a visualization or a meditation where you can ask them to be seen, so you can see them through your inner eye and notice what color, light, dark patterns you see or feel. And you can also do journaling. So you can write on a piece of paper in a notebook. You can say, dear guides and angels, what would you like me to know today? And then just give space for what flows through you. And it will be interesting for you to see what flows through you. It's always loving and kind and supportive. And yeah, just, it might even be just one word, or it might be a feeling, but you are creating a container, a space for them to connect with you.
Well, thank you for those practices. And thank you, everyone, for joining us for Our Greatest Power Lies Within with Natalie Namaste. Natalie's course, Manifesting from Within, is available now on the Stream Plus platform. So join Stream Plus now and gain immediate access to this incredible program. You'll get access to Natalie's course and other incredible spiritual teachers and programs. We are proud to say that Humanity's Stream Plus is the largest global streaming platform for consciousness-raising masterclasses and transformational education. And we are a nonprofit and also give back with our one-for-one program, sharing our content with others. I would like to thank Steve Farrell, Dee Meyer, and the production team. Jim Gray, Garth Catterall, Abby Johnson, Nanette Kennedy, and the rest of humanity's team. It's been such a pleasure seeing you again, Natalie, and thank you for helping us realize our greatest power is within.
Oh, such a pleasure. So much love. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Namaste.